Comedian, actor, radio host, best-selling author. He has been performing stand-up comedy since he's 16 years old. Best known for his roles in the blockbuster films such as Jerry Maguire, Picture Perfect, Suicide Kings, and, of course, Saturday Night Live. You are one of my favorite people.
Wow,
ever, Jay Mohr.
That makes me feel good, Wendy Sloan. We've met on the social media things, and, you know, of course, I'm not going to mention all the dating apps we keep matching on. But
I knew there was going to be a good reason for all of this.
I don't know what happened.
All fun and games until we get disconnected.
I'm
going.
holding my phone in my hand so I can see that it doesn't, you know.
Our first date is going well.
A first date wouldn't be over the phone, my love. I would take you out for ice cream. That's
perfect.
That's a smart first date.
Perfect. Love ice cream. Had some last night.
What's your favorite flavor?
Mint chip.
Good.
What about you?
Sea salt caramel.
Oh, we're off to a good start. I like that.
See that?
I like it. It's getting better already.
I'm telling you. Look, I'm sort of a part-time person, but when I'm there, I'm entirely full-time.
I love it.
I have to tell you something. I'm single now for the first time in, 20 years. Dating apps, what a bunch of cowards. Oh, my gosh.
Do you do them?
Yeah, and then most of the comments I get from women are, hey, it's like, first of all, you can't prove you're you. It's sort of impossible. It's this Kafkaesque exercise in futility where somebody goes, but how do I know it's really you? And you don't know if, they know who you are, or you don't want to make the assumption they think you're a famous comedian. But then you can't really prove you're you unless you show the person like your passport or something. And my passport says John. So
you're definitely,
it's very odd.
Yeah, that's not good. It's scary because I could put your picture up and say I'm you.
I hope you do. But do it on like Grindr. Do it on like a man site and let me know how I do, please. Okay. And by the way, women, please stop using filters in your photos. Please.
It doesn't.
Stop using filters. I go on a date and I'm like, oh, you're not a panda. They keep throwing me out of the zoo when I try to date them there.
Oh, God. I'm divorced a long time. I haven't hit the dating apps yet, but, now you're making me not want to.
Well, don't be afraid.
Okay.
Don't not hit dating apps out of fear. That's why I said cowards about the dating apps, because everybody wants to be a pen pal. They just want to text and text and text because it's a moat around a castle. They keep you at a distance, or you can keep them at a distance, but you still have a suitor. You still have a gentleman caller, but they're out there, and you still feel sated and good that somebody likes you.
That's all true.
That's life coach Jay Mohr. By the way, CoachJJ37@gmail.com. I can help you. It's not a joke. I'm not kidding. It's an absolute home run. I know it's weird as a comedian for life. I don't even like the words life coach, but I will clean the lens from which you look through life.
Perfect. Jay, you have 30 million downloads on your podcast. I'm lucky if I have 20. That's 20, like 20, 19, 20.
Jorge Posada was number 20, and he might go to the Hall of Fame. So be proud. He was a switch-hitting catcher. That sounded very odd.
You made my day. Thank you. Now I don't feel bad.
But after I said the boy dating apps, he's a switch-hitting catcher. I didn't know I had 30 million downloads until you just said it.
I read that. Could be true, could not be true.
No, it's true. I mean, the numbers don't lie. That's what's neat about a podcast is you can find out your demographic and who's listening, what sex they are, where they live, and what time they listen, how long they listen. And I love my podcast, More Stories, and there's a free app for it if people are interested. And I'm really proud of it. I'm
proud of it, too. I just want to be you, just for a day. Well, I'm going to be you on the dating app.
Yeah, you're funny. Let me tell you something, Wendy. I am an absolute powerless sucker for a callback. You have me now. I'm all yours.
I'm so happy. I don't even need the dating app. I have you now. It's perfect.
That's correct. Now, I'm a part-time person, but I told you, when I'm there, I'm full-time.
I know. I'm going to just call you Mr. 28. That's Mr. 28 minutes. That's fine. Okay, so you're also a volunteer wrestling coach, but I read, and I don't know if this is true, that you're a 2-time champion wrestler, too?
I won 2 tournaments. I wasn't a national champion or a state champion. I was close.
Wow.
In New Jersey, which is just a basket of crabs of wrestling. It is rough. it's probably it's the top 3 wrestling state for sure. Then I became terrible after high school when I tried to do it at the next level, and so now I coach at Palisades High School here, and it fulfills me. It consumes me. It's why I literally will stay up all night until the sun comes up, watching film or reading evolutionary psychology, just seeing what I can apply to teenagers. Because you have to speak in bumper sticker, you have to speak in meme.
It's so true.
Yesterday I took my son, one of my wrestlers, and the owner of the Lakers, Jeannie Buss. We all went, and my friend Carl, we all went to watch United States women national team wrestle India and Mexico at the Wiltern Theater here in Los Angeles. And the one coach on the India and Mexico side, the second they came up the mat, was just talking the whole time and giving them instructions. And then somebody else was talking. They're fanning the person. They're massaging them. You look at the American side, coach wasn't talking at all. Oh. They were just like rubbing the person's like their cheek or rubbing like their arm. Like, how you doing? Okay, good. Calm down. You're good.
Did you watch? Are you watching March Madness?
No, I watched until Virginia Tech was out.
Oh.
Buzz Williams is a great friend of mine and my mentor in coaching. And when Virginia Tech lost to Duke by 1 basket.
Crazy. Did you see the Maryland game?
No, I have not been watching it. I just watched Virginia Tech. I can't lie to you. But I am a Terp at heart.
Okay, I get that. I was out after kind of Maryland, then Florida State. I was really out.
Hey, when Allen Iverson couldn't get into Maryland, I said, I'm out.
All right, so take us back a little bit. Your dream job, Saturday Night Live. How fun was that?
It was not fun most of the time because of me. It was overwhelmingly joyful, not because of me. I got to work with Chris Farley when I worked there for 2 years. It was 2 years when Chris was completely sober. I want to point that out. And he is the most beautiful person I've ever met in my life, who taught me you can have eternal life not through, what it says in Scripture, but the way you live, the light inside you. I'm getting choked up right now, we weren't like friends. I'm not a phony. I just got to be around him for 2 years, and it was warm. It was just warm, like the sun on your back. It was beautiful. And it was hard, though, because I was hard-headed. I was drunk. I'm an alcoholic. I'm in recovery. And I had panic attacks, depression, loneliness, all that stuff. And I just was a child. I was 22 years old.
Yeah, baby.
And I was just hard-headed. When the head writer says go office to office and do your impressions to the writers, I thought like a salesman? Yeah, no way. But that's exactly what I should have done. They don't know I can do Harvey Keitel. Nobody's that weird to do that kind of an impression except me. So I should have gone door to door and said, gentlemen, what on earth are you writing? Keep the pencil to the damn paper. Who's going to be okay? Nobody knows a white guy can do Forrest Whitaker, or Tracy Morgan. But I know you do me, Jay Moore. You're legendary.
That was good.
I remember Jay Moore had his shirt off when we were on the sailboat in Marina Del Rey, damn it.
I knew you were going to make me giggle through this whole thing. All right, so then you landed your career. You launched your career with Tom Cruise in the blockbuster Jerry Maguire. Who could forget that movie? People are still watching it.
Yeah, they should. It's a fantastic movie. It's near perfect film. It's great. Cameron Crowe wrote an exceptional script and directed a great movie with great parts, and found Renee Zellweger. Here's a funny story about that. The kid, Jonathan Lipnicki, who became this iconic character, the human head weighs 8 pounds. He was the second kid cast. The first kid cast filmed for 2 weeks and just kind of clammed up and didn't really act and decided he didn't want to be in show business. So they recast the part with Jonathan Lipnicki. But there's one scene that it was a master shot when Tom Cruise comes out and everybody applauds him for writing the mission statement in the lobby of a giant hotel. I don't know if you remember that scene.
Yes.
But it's a giant shot from like the second floor of that giant room, lobby, I guess, of that hotel. And you see Renee Zellweger just kind of leafing through a potted plant because that's where the other kid was sitting. So they put a potted plant, they CGI'd a plant over where that child was sitting. And if you watch it again, you'll just see Renee Zellweger just becoming very interested in the greenery and shrubs, just trying to figure out what makes them go.
How was Tom Cruise?
He was awesome. Like one of the coolest, nicest people I've ever met in my life. And he was, he's been taking that, he's been getting battered by media and by people's perception of him because he jumped on Oprah's couch. And that was weird to jump on a couch because you fell in love. But, hey, joy should not be contained.
That's right.
Especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Let it out.
Yeah, so
Buddy Hackett used to say to me, you got to let out your laugh. Otherwise, it'll come out later as a thought.
That was perfect. Picture perfect.
Buddy Hackett. No. Stop reading and talk to me. Buddy Hackett also said to me once, he was like a father to me. He goes, you want to know the secret to show business? Here it is. Oh, to be in Nagasaki where the women chew tobacco and the men say, woo, wacky woo. I go, that's it? He goes, that's it. One other thing. Elton John, gay. And that's really it. All right, continue, please.
Laughter is the best medicine, I swear. I don't even care that you were 28 minutes late anymore. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Well, nobody even knows unless you spread the bad news.
I know. No. That's over. We're moved on.
If you think this is all over the place, I want you to have the awareness that you only hear what I've edited. So my head is a lot more all over the place.
Picture perfect. Oh, such a crush on you during that movie.
Go on. That was a neat experience because Jerry Maguire hadn't come out yet, and Glenn Gordon Caron, who wrote the movie, he also created Moonlighting, so he knows about chemistry, like two people having chemistry. He really took a chance on me because I had no credits. I was just a comedian. Jerry Maguire wasn't out yet, and Jon Stewart, John Corbett, Tate Donovan, Billy Baldwin, like all these like gorgeous leading men auditioned and screen tested for the part. There was like 5 or 6 of us at the end, and he just told Fox, "This is the guy. Trust me." And he really took a chance on me. I'm very grateful.
Wow, you're just as handsome as all of them. Who's your favorite person you've ever worked with?
Wow.
I know. That's not easy. Okay, you can pick 3.
No. Well, there's people you fall absolutely in love with. Melora Walters, I fell in love with. Not deviant, not sexually, just somebody you meet and you realize you're from the same pack from long before you were born. We did a movie that never came out called Speaking of Sex. Bill Murray, Catherine O'Hara, James Spader. We were in that, and we shot that in Calgary, and we just fell in love. And we, we're still in contact. We're still dear friends. Al Pacino was really fun because when you get beneath the aura of Al Pacino, there's like a real silly guy in there that I don't think anybody gets to see. You know those shooting galleries where you shoot a rifle at a bear or a man, at the carnival? Man playing piano, you shoot him in the back, he plays piano. You shoot a bear, the bear growls. I want to see the bear walk over to the guy with the rifle, chase him home. Wouldn't that be? It's like actually a hilarious idea. You're like, wait, what? Action? You have to act. You're like, no, we can't act now. I'm confused. The guy, Michael Corleone, is telling me bits. Tom Cruise is way up there because he was just like present. If he pumped gas in Minot, North Dakota, they'd still find him. He'd still be Tom Cruise. You can't, like Julia Roberts. You can't. She'd always be Julia Roberts. You can't hide that kind of light.
Yeah.
But then there's people that, like Paul Schultz, who was the priest on The Sopranos. He was also in that movie, Speaking of Sex. Wow. Hilarious. Fun. There's just some great... Buddy Hackett is my number one favorite person I've ever worked with on the TV show Action. He became like a father figure to me and a mentor about comedy. Like he really emptied me out and refilled the cup like an old Buddhist koan.
I love your sayings that you have. I love some of the things that you've said so far. Sun on your back, filling your cup, like deep. I love it.
Well,
okay.
You gotta... Look, life's cruel. It's a cruel world. It's unfair, and it's very confusing, which makes it more unfair. Like, we're both divorced. Neither one of us got married to have it end and have it be that uncomfortable before it ends. And